Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm SmashSquad Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Raid Shadow Legends, we are going to talk about our progress on the clan boss, because I can 2-key the Ultra Nightmare boss, which gets me some pretty sweet loot. Now, I'm not taking out the boss with 2 keys, but I'm getting the max loot. So anyways, I really had 2 main objectives when I started playing in my first month of Raid Shadow Legends. The first is to get Arbiter, which you saw me do in a recent vid. But the second was to put clan boss on farm status, which we did today, and that's what we're going to be talking about. By the way, I did this using my own download link down below, which got me access to Tholen right off rip. I used a code for Tagoar, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. And also we got some really sick epic champions there as well. So if you are downloading Raid Shadow Legends for the first time, you can use my sponsored link down below, or if you're sharing with a friend, you can send them that link and you can do similar stuff on your journey, although the champions do rotate. So check down below for which ones are in rotation. So anyways, just to clarify, I didn't actually pull these objectives out of thin air. They came from my buddy Math, who's been coaching me on my Raid Shadow Legends journey. So like, I'm punching way above where any typical new player would, because I'm getting a bunch of help from a friend. And a part of the reason that the clan boss is so important, as I understand it anyways, is that the loot is good. And in general, I can get on board for sweet loot. No problemo. So to get the loot, you've got to do enough damage, and to deal enough damage, ideally I could do it in auto, or in the least number of keys possible on a given day. Nightmare I've got done, but Ultra Nightmare is my new target, and that's what we're talking about today. Now my team for Ultra Nightmare is Venom Mage, Bad Alcazar, Tagoar, Tholen, and Arbiter. And I'm going to have footage from my run probably on green screen behind me as I talk through some of this stuff, and I'll explain the strategy. So if it looks like the gameplay doesn't match exactly what I'm saying, yes, it is green screen from my run earlier. Anyways, Venom Mage gives 100% decrease attack on his neurotoxin skill. And that is really important for our survivability. It also decreases their defense. So we can get to pretty much 100% uptime on these really important debuffs. And Venom Mage, by the way, is one of the champions from my download link this month, which is pretty cool. Anyways, he also applies poison, which is going to be a really good source of damage. Bad Alcazar is also poisoning, but he's got a healing flare. He's removing debuffs, placing a continuous heal, and as I mentioned, does the poison. Those 2 champs together are where a pretty meaningful chunk of our damage comes from. Probably like half of it, almost, is from those 2 champions combined. Tholen, who was the free legendary with my download link, last month anyways, is in the team because he applies a weaken effect that cannot be resisted. He gets extra turns, he ignores their defense, and he decreases enemy attack, all while boosting his own attack, which seems really good. He is the single highest damage dealer that we have in our run. He was the first champion that I got, which is pretty cool. Arbiter is actually not amazing for clan boss. But we use her anyways because she's pushing turn meter and she can revive. And like, that's good enough. I mean, she has other good stuff in her kit too, but like, she pushes turn meter, she revives, great. She's kind of a placeholder, I think, until we get something better here. Now, Tagoar is also not amazing for clan boss, but she does do a decreased speed, okay, which is pretty decent. She's technically wasting one of the debuff slots. Apparently you only get 10 debuff slots on the clan boss, and her buff block ability takes up one of those spots, but I don't think over the course of this run I will get to that many debuffs. And a part of what we needed to do in preparation for this is tune the gear a bit on the champs. The target defense number is 3,500. I'm below that on several of the champions. Accuracy is around 250 if the champion actually requires accuracy. And we were looking for a speed of at least 190 for this tier of clan boss difficulty. And a part of how we're doing this is with Great Hall bonuses. So this is something we've been working on for a while. All these champs are fully booked, by the way, which helps a ton. They've got masteries, they've got a relic, and like, the relics aren't perfect, but it's doing something. So I'll take it, right? I'll take it. Our highest damage in a Ultra Nightmare difficulty was 48 million. And we need, I can't remember, it's like 72 million total damage to get the highest tier of loot. So we're trying to get this done with 2 keys, and hopefully with those 2 keys and what the rest of the clan is doing, we also take down the boss. Like if needed, I guess I could do more keys on that. So ideally, you know, in a day where we've got 4 keys, 1 key goes to Brutal to get the max rewards there, and that's probably the lowest tier of difficulty where the rewards are still valuable to me. We do 1 key on Nightmare to get the max rewards, and then 2 keys on Ultra Nightmare. Now, I mean, at some point, we'll progress past that, right? At some point, this team will get much, much better. Although I don't think that it's my primary objective. I actually need to figure out what I do next. I mean, I mostly just kind of work through the missions and consider that good progress, but I'm gonna need to think about like what is my next big sort of objective. Anyways, towards the end of the run here, Tholen starts to get pretty cooked, needs to be revived a lot, and then we ultimately lose Arbiter, so now we've lost Tholen and Arbiter, and at that point it's more or less GG. We get in some final damage before I get taken down. And you can see when we look at the numbers here that Tholen did almost, I think like 17 million damage. Bad Alcazar did like 8 million, and Venom Mage did like 10 million. So Tholen is doing as much damage as Bad Alcazar and Venom Mage combined, but the 3 of them are doing a huge amount of damage. And you can see in part why I'm saying there's got to be someone better than Tagoar and Arbiter for doing this, but hey, that's the team I have. This team is working, and for 1 month in, I'm feeling pretty good about my progress so far. All right, so GG's everybody. If you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, consider subscribing to the channel, tell a friend. Consider using my link down below to join my Discord server for Raid Shadow Legends. I am actually looking for someone to help run the clans that we've got. So if that's something you're interested in doing, putting some organization to this thing or starting a new clan, and I'm happy to funnel people into it that want to join, I'm looking for people to do that. So message me on Discord. Let's coordinate around this. I am hyped about how things are going so far, and I want to expand what we're up to here because there's more people that want to join, but like we need more clans. So help me make that happen. And again, thank you again to the makers of Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the video. Using my download link down below directly supports my channel. So thank you for doing that. And the champs you get for free for using that link are all listed down below. That does rotate from month to month. And also I'll try to list codes that are active and working. In fact, check the card in the end screen for working codes this month. All right, until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.